T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Are you ready? All right. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am ready. I have no idea how tonight's show is going to play out. It's going to be different. Right now we have tornado sirens going on right outside my window, so I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. And there's that bad storm going on, so whether we keep power, don't keep power, I don't know what's about to happen. So it's going to be an interesting show one way or the other. Welcome to Live from the Cheap Seats. It's going to be a fun night. We got lots to talk about. Bucs news, some things are quiet, and that's news. Let me talk about that. We've got the Leonard Fournette signing. Not sure what that was. We have Leonard Fournette signing. We have AB still out there. We got lots going on. So there's plenty to talk about, guys. We have a ton to talk about. And the way to kick the show off, here is the thing is. All right, guys. So the thing is this. Why no AB news? Why no news at all? I mean, none. Nothing. Zilch. Nada. There's not a darn thing. His mama isn't even talking about him. Nobody's talking about AB. It is all quiet on the AB front. And what does that mean? It's all good. It means all good, guys. All quiet on the AB front means no teams are talking about him. There are no whispers. There are no rumors. There's no innuendo. Nobody's talking about him. You want to know why that is, guys? He's coming back. Nothing else makes sense to me. He's coming back. Nobody else is even sniffing around the goods. I mean, it just seems like, AB sent the signal, or Leonard Fournette sent the signal, saying that they're going to work it all out. I think it's just a matter of working out who's going to restructure next and what's going to happen next. And they're going to make room because they have to make room for the draft picks. I think they're talking to some people, getting all their ducks in a row, and everything's coming out. So what's coming, guys? I think the fact that you're hearing nothing, and I mean nothing, about AB is speaking volumes. Hearing nothing about AB is saying everything. And I want to hear what you guys think, whether you guys agree with that or not. But that's my thought. That's my take on what's up with AB. I think it's simple. I think people want to complicate things. People want to make things a little more difficult. or, complex than they are. And I think it's simple. Nobody's sniffing around the goods because right now it's not something anybody wants to deal with and bring into camp. And the Bucs, it's a different situation for them. And that's what's kind of perfect. They've already brought back all 22 starters. Now they're going to bring back AB. I am fairly confident about that one. Watch me get that wrong, but I am fairly confident about that. I think there's not even smoke, by the way, about Larry Fitzgerald at this point. So I don't know that I don't know what's going to happen out there. Do I think you're still going to see free agents pop in and out with whatever they believe, maybe they want to try and get a ring, knock on the door and come in and get a ring. I'm not really sure. But I do think we're going to end up with some more free agents. I think we're going to end up with more people than we know. I think there are going to be some surprises out there. Look, the Bucs, guys, there's still cut down days to come. There's still training camp. There's still all kinds of things to come. We don't know what's going to happen. I mean, please don't think it's a foregone conclusion that this team's winning the Super Bowl this year. It's obviously the goal. It's obviously everything they work for. They're not working to just make the playoffs this year. It's Super Bowl. I mean, that is what they are attempting to do. So don't make a mistake about that. Don't think, though, that, okay, look, man, that's a tough road to hoe. If they can't quite get there, if something happens, you got to recognize and understand Tom Brady did not win the Super Bowl more years than he won the Super Bowl. Okay, people tend to think he won the Super Bowl almost every year, and that's not the truth. He didn't even win the Super Bowl half of the years he was in. He was an NFL quarterback. Now I say that, it's funny. He didn't even win it half the years. He played a 20-year career. I mean, it's this guy's been phenomenal to win what he's won. And you've got to understand, this is a tough road. Don't get cocky about it in the sense that don't think that it's just automatically going to happen. It's not automatic. What these guys have to do, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the grit that they have to show, the fortitude they have to show, everything they have to, when they have to leave it on the field, they have to leave it on the freaking field every week, week in, week out. They're literally their blood, sweat, and tears on the field. That's what they have to go through, and that's what's in front of them. And that's the process. And if you don't push forward, if you don't continue to drive, if you are not, if they let up, if they get cocky, if they get arrogant. I love that somebody asked Bruce Arians, are these guys going to let it go to their head? And he said, I'm going to kick their ass all camp, all training camp. I'm going to kick their ass and tell them how much they suck. And I love that. That's what I want to hear, because I don't want complacency to settle in. Fans are already seeming to believe the Super Bowl is a done deal this year. We're going for 2. We're going for 2. The goal is 2. They're going to drive for 2. But dang it, guys, they've got to step up. All right? This is not easy. This is going to be a battle. The ball's going to bounce in ways we're not expecting. Things are going to happen that we're not expecting. We've gotten every break in the book. We got Vita Vea, who got injured last year, was able to come back in time. We've gotten every break in the book. And sometimes adversity comes. Is this team going to rise to the occasion? Because I promise you, somebody at some point, something's going to happen. Somebody's going to get nicked up. Somebody's going to get injured, because that happens. This is football. That's part of why we watch this freaking game, is because this is football. It's tough, man. It's tough. These guys get the crap beat out of them every week. And then they've got to step up and win anyway and play anyway and go through that adversity. And some guys just can't do it. Atlanta Falcons. Okay, listen, that's the fact. So whatever comes, enjoy this season, guys. Enjoy the ride. And it's going to be one heck of a ride. I promise you it's going to be fun. It's going to be a great time, but strap in, get ready to go, because It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Let's bring in that one of our main miscreants here. How you doing, brother? How you doing, Matt from Oklahoma?
Hey, man. I think I got my bugs worked out. It seems like I can hear you and mic's working, all that stuff.
Yeah, last night was funny. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. I need to turn off a bunch of stuff so you don't hear it all.
Oh, well, I can't. I don't know. Can you hear the sirens going off outside?
No, but I was watching you do your pre-show internal rehearsal thing and talking to yourself, and I'm from Oklahoma. I know what they sound like. I've got one.
Yeah. You hear them in your head all day long anyway, don't you?
Well, they set it off every Saturday at 11:30.
Oh, okay.
If there's ever going to be a tornado that nobody's going to pay attention to, it'll be a pop-up tornado on a Saturday around 11:30.
Yeah. Hold on, let's add the dude. How you doing, dude?
Gentlemen, what's going on? And I use that term loosely. Hey, if you notice my facial expression, that's my, oh my God, the Buccaneers defense gets to face Carson Wentz next year in the Colts. Yay!
That's our bonus candy.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, shout out to the two-time food fight champion, Matt Colson, the man with the beard, the man from Oklahoma.
That's
the
right.
Gentleman who puts mayonnaise and peanut butter on his fish.
and apparently, teach us all, it's a freaking thing. It's a real freaking thing.
I've almost got Rick convinced into making it and eating it live on air. So we'll see how that goes.
I'm thinking. Yeah,
I don't know all the details on the length of time to cook it and whatnot, but you'll be surprised if you try it.
I got it. I've got the recipe, brother.
It's really good.
Yeah.
So I'm two-time weekly food fight champion, and I
yes,
dare
you are.
Knock me off. I don't.
Yeah. Well, there's got to be a couple people coming on Tuesday, so get your butt ready.
Poor Tuesday.
What's that?
I said poor Tuesday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's coming. It is coming. I mean, Matt, you are kind of the man when it comes to that game. I got to give you credit. You genuinely bring it every freaking time. It's impressive.
I don't have a degree, but I've got more knowledge in my head of shit you shouldn't know.
Hey, watch the language. Every freaking show you do this.
I'm sorry. I got to start off get scolded. I got to watch
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't know. Like stupid things that Buck fans say.
Yep, there you go. And that's coming later, by the way. We've got that coming. We have another Revealing Canada coming. Hopefully we're going to have some Andrew Faubert come around here. I'm hoping Andrew's going to pop his head in here.
Okay. Can I ask you a question, Rick?
Yes.
You see the 2002 Super Bowl ring here in the on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the new one?
No, not yet. They have not shown it yet.
Yeah, well, Johnny sent me a copy of it. It looks like the Raiders' homecoming queen. I mean,
is it real or is it like one of those? I've seen like 30 people come out with what they said are going to be the ring.
Well, he told me it was. It's made out of titanium and black onyx. There's not a diamond on it. Nothing red. Nothing pewter. Nothing.
I don't know if that's real. Somebody check that out. That sounds rumory to me.
I will say for all the people who like to argue about nonsense in the comment section, if you remember the first Buccaneer championship ring, what did it say on it? It said world champion.
Down that road.
Let's do it. So no, but that's. I mean, I think. Yeah, somebody check and see whether or not that is the real ring. Somebody do some research because that sounds rumory to me. That doesn't
rumory. I hardly know.
What? Anyway, guys, what a deal. What a deal. What I mean, am I crazy about AB? Or do you guys agree with me, Matt? Let me start with you. AB. I mean, the fact that nobody's talking to him, I don't think his mother remembers him. I mean, it's just radio silence for this guy.
Well, look at the situation that Deshaun Watson is in. Nobody's talking about him anymore either. So they have one thing in common. Both of them got a little bit of an issue with the courts coming up here soon, somehow. And inside, I believe that he'll come back, provided
we don't know that Deshaun Watson has anything with the courts. Let's not even go there because there's literally
people that are making claims.
I understand, but that has nothing to do with the courts. Okay,
But all
there's
of a
nothing.
sudden,
So I don't even want to go.
Rick,
It's a road I don't want to go down. But I get your point that there are issues with both of those players.
Okay, so my point is, I think I may have told you this. I just think that they're doing their homework to make sure that in December during the playoff run, somebody doesn't get pulled off the bench and stuck someplace where he doesn't want to be. Right. So I think the Bucs are doing it, and everybody else in the league is probably doing their own kind of investigation. They'd be foolish not to.
Yeah, but you're not even hearing a rumor come out about, like, should he, is he going to play? Is he not going to? I mean, is he coming back with the Bucs? Is he going somewhere else? Who else is interested? I mean, you hear rumors about pretty much everybody else, and this team's interested in him or that team's interested in him.
Right now, the only team rumored besides the Buccaneers would be Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Right, and they don't even know if Russell Wilson's coming back, do they?
Yeah, and I'm not even hearing that. Other than I'm hearing Russell Wilson wants him. Not the Seahawks are interested. You're not even hearing that. You're hearing Russell Wilson's trying to convince the Seahawks to want him.
Did they re-sign Russell Wilson? Did I miss something?
No, they don't have to re-sign him. He's under contract.
Oh, I thought he was trying to get traded.
He's trying to get traded, but he's under contract.
Well, I think Sierra is trying to get traded.
Well, yeah, Sierra's trying to get traded. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, hold on. We've got somebody new here. Uh-oh. I'm not sure what's about to happen. You know how this goes. We have Danny. How you doing, Danny?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. Who is this?
Hey, so I'm Danny from Puerto Rico. Hey, so about AB, that situation, I think that, I appreciate what he did for us, of course, but if it's gonna go to December and then something might happen, I would honestly go with Larry Fitzgerald at this point.
Well, we're not even sure Larry Fitzgerald wants to come here. That's literally one guy came out with basically him reading tea leaves or smoke screens or something. Larry Fitzgerald has not actually said that he's interested in the Bucs or Minnesota. He hasn't said anything, nothing at all.
Well, even if he doesn't come though, we have depth.
Yes.
And Tyler Johnson is I think he got a special future. I don't think AB is more of a. He's been since last year a luxury.
He was a pretty big luxury at the end of the year, wasn't he, Danny? He was. He was scoring a lot of touchdowns at the end of the year for the Bucs.
Well, yeah, just like playoff landing. Once the playoffs started, they just started shining. But
yeah, that's a nice little piece to have, and that's a nice piece of the puzzle to have, huh?
Yeah, but in terms of also for the whole year, we have a lot of depth at a lot of positions. So even we Vita Vea, if we get hurt somewhere, I like our chances, and especially with the draft.
Yeah,
we've been hitting the draft for the last 3 years.
Let me ask you guys. Is Rojo gone?
Yes, I hope.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he fits his team. I just don't.
Yeah, it's funny because. Well, then what do you do if Fournette goes down? It sure is nice to have him on that team. You're going to have to find something.
They drafted that Vaughn kid for a reason, didn't they?
Well, I agree, but I don't know how confident they are in that Vaughn kid. I don't know how. I don't know what they're thinking and feeling. I'm a little bit. I look at this and I'm wondering what the deal is with when I look at the Bucs and I think, okay. Is he coming? Is he not coming? Is he staying? What's going on with him? With Rojo? Rojo's a nice security blanket. Listen, man, we don't know about Vaughn. We know about Rojo. Okay, we know Rojo is. He just missed 1,000 yards. By the way, guys, he just missed 1,000 yards. When I say, what was it? 5 yards short or something crazy?
I think he had 886 without.
No, wait, no, he had
100-yard run.
986 or
Well,
something like that.
Didn't let me finish.
Oh, well,
I
sorry.
was saying that you take away that big 97 or 98-yard run, and he still had 886 yards or so.
Yeah, if you take away a big run, I mean, nobody did that to Barry Sanders, and Barry Sanders' big runs. Nobody said, well, yeah, well, you take away the big run,
But
then
Barry Sanders did it every game. Rojo did it once, and that immediately people put him in a category of Walter Payton because he pulled off this one deal. And if you look at the list of people who have done 90-yard plus runs, his name stands off on that one like a sore toe. It doesn't fit the picture. Now, he might in 5 years. He might.
Well, yeah, that's the point. That's my point. I mean, the fact that he can do that he did do that. The Bucs don't have a player that not can just break away, but maintain, and that's what concerns me. I mean that I like having Rojo there. I don't. Remember, we've all got different opinions. I mean, Peter Blake from the Sports Web loves Ronald Jones, and there's a lot to love there. But to me, victim of volume, I would almost apply that to Fournette. I mean,
right.
Once you started giving him the carries, look at what happened. I get it, though. I mean, either one I think is serviceable. Either one is good, but you've got to have another guy. You can't just have one guy.
From the old school days, that a running back needs to have carries in order to generate himself. He can't come out of the locker room and run the ball 3 times and sit on the sideline. It just doesn't work. That's the way it used to be.
Yeah. Do you draft a running back and then and trade Rojo? And if so, why did you just trade Rojo? I mean,
yeah,
that's gonna be the telling part. Honestly, when you watch the draft, like I was saying, we have so much depth that it's gonna tell you what they think about the player, right? So right now you gotta go all right, first round, you gotta think about the future, right? So if they call quarterback, you're not gonna be surprised. But if they go running back, that's gonna tell you a lot. That's just saying they don't believe in Rojo.
Or Vaughn. It could be Vaughn. Vaughn's the youngest one on the group.
Yeah.
But he's got better hands than Rojo does. I mean, Rojo's missing an element of his game, and that's the third down back.
Agreed. Yes, I agree. And I hope Johnny Dean is coming back around here at some point this evening. I hope we get to see Johnny. I'm not sure where he is. Somebody get on his butt and tell him to get on here. But I mean, it's important to me that I really think it's important that, look, Vaughn right now is an unproven entity, and I'm not comfortable right now. Now, if the coaching staff says we're comfortable going with Vaughn as our second back, well, then I'm certainly going to trust this coaching staff. But as of right now, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure how that's going to play itself out. Hold on. Hold on.
Nice.
I have no idea.
The
Slee stack is going on.
Lost. That is classic.
How you doing, dude?
Oh, I'm sorry. I left my mask off. This is for one of our listeners who accused the dude of actually being a lizard person. I want to say that you were absolutely right. I've been stuck in the land of the lost for about 5 decades now. I was hoping that I could have that certain listener or viewer send me some maple syrup so I can put it on my hands. It makes it easier to climb out of the land of the lost and back through the time portal. But I want to say, first of all, hey, this show has added yet another part of our international flavor with our guest here, Danny from Puerto Rico. Shout out to the PR, man.
I'm loving Danny being here. This is awesome, Danny. You need to be here. You need to pop around here more often.
I sure will.
Okay, now understand, when we pick on you, it's because we like you.
And we want you to pick back. We want you to pick on us too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what
why
we
my
do
picture looks like that.
Yeah, well, trust me, if you ever saw him in person, you'd realize that's an improvement. So
yeah, he's got better cheekbones than I do.
Oh my God.
But hey, Rick, I wanted to jump on and just show that listener that yes, you're right. The dude is actually a lizard person. I will be back for all the fun and shenanigans But right now, you've got two quality guys there, two-time champion of the food fight, and of course, Danny from Puerto Rico. Hey, let me just tell you, shout out to Puerto Rico and everybody in Puerto Rico. Thanks for holding it down. We'll eventually get our shit together here in the United States and add you as an official state. But, in the meantime, we love Puerto Rico. We love everything. And, hey, what is more pirate-oriented or pirate-based than an island literally in the Caribbean? So
that's right.
Danny's actually bringing actual Buccaneer flavor here.
That's exactly right. By the way, I don't know if you can do this, dude. I don't know if you have a way to connect with Danny or not, but if you could get Danny's mailing information, I got something to send to him.
Absolutely. I'll go to chat. Danny, look for a friend request on Facebook, and I'll send you a message to get your shipping address. I think Rick's probably going to send you, I don't know, some dirty underwear or socks.
And could you send them back washed?
Hey, that's why I got.
But that said, let me jump off here and let my Motorola Razr charge up a little bit so I can jump on the end of the show here. Hey, Rick.
Yes.
As always, well done. We can't hear any wind or sirens, so don't sweat that.
But they stopped. They stopped, and I'm feeling better. And the car alarms are no longer going off. I'm just wondering what it looks like outside.
Well, if the roof of your place gets ripped off, please stay live. I want to see that.
Well, I think I'll just be diving out of the way, and you'll see whatever the heck happens. I'll leave. I will do this. I will leave the camera running just for fun.
I want you to do your best Jim Cantori impression.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
I've got nothing to hold on to here. I've got, I'm in my little Buccaneer slippers, which will not keep me steady. I'll be blown away in no time.
All right, I'm gonna jump off. You guys enjoy the show. Lizard guy out.
See you later. Awesome.
Did you not have a childhood, Rick? Did you not watch Saturday morning cartoons?
Of course I watched Land of the Lost. That's why I was going.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes.
I didn't.
Yes.
You recognize what he was.
Of course I know what a slee stack is in Land of the Lost. I'm old. I know what that is. Danny probably doesn't know what that is, but I know what that is.
All Danny knows is that the movie set.
Anyway, Danny, what you got? Okay, so you heard what I was saying about AB. What are your thoughts about Rojo? Is Rojo coming back? Is he not coming back? What do you think about Rojo?
Rojo, shit. I think it's coming back. Like I said, I don't understand why he wouldn't be at this point, but definitely it's gonna be up to the draft. If they draft running back, man, that's gonna be hard.
But somebody, who are you gonna displace? Who are you going to? I mean, they got to draft something, right? So what position are you going to do that to?
Yeah.
Where do you need that depth? What do you do?
Honestly, defensive line, because you just
that's a good move.
Someone can sue for just 1 year.
Yeah, that's a good move.
And then you also got to think about William Goldston. So the position that I would draft is defensive line.
Danny, you're a smart one. You're a smart one. You are welcome to come back anytime you want, my friend. You're a smart one. I let you. You know what you're talking about. You know your stuff.
I got ask something though. I heard a lot about Cameron Brate. What do you think about because he's a good tight end, but for the money we're paying him, we get a lot of tight ends, especially with Rob Gronkowski.
But
Howard comes back.
Right, but Howard and Brate are making the same thing pretty much. Okay? And Brate has been productive year after year after year after year. Really, OJ Howard?
Not so much.
Right. I mean, are you seeing him be productive? I'm just not seeing it happen.
He spends more time in the blue tent than he does on the.
I'm not trying to pick OJ over Cameron Brate. I'm just saying you got a lot of tight ends, especially with Tanner Hudson. Somebody's got to go.
Somebody will go at the end of the
point. You got.
Yeah. Danny, by the way, are you watching on YouTube or Facebook, or where are you watching?
So YouTube.
You're watching on YouTube? Okay. Will you do me a favor and will you drop a comment in the chat section so that
Okay.
we can get your. Yeah, I want to make sure we connect with you and get your shipping info.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Thanks,
So just
Danny.
drop
I'm gonna
any
go ahead
comment for this.
yeah, any comment. Just say, hey, this is Danny. Just put that in that comment, and someone will get back to you. We'll contact
Okay.
you, and we will go forward from there. Or if nothing else, just keep an eye in that comment box in YouTube, and someone will get you the information. All right, someone will get the information from you. Wait, okay. He says he cannot message someone from YouTube chat. Doggone it. All right, here's what's going to happen. Danny, do you see the private chat section over to the right?
Yeah.
Will you drop your email address in there?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate it, and I will. I'm going to get a little surprise out to you.
Awesome.
All right, and thanks for being a part of the show tonight, Danny.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
All right, have a good night. That was awesome. I hope he puts his email address in the private chat over to the right, and yeah, that's something I want to see. That was good to have him. I like him. He knows his stuff. I mean, that's a nice addition here.
Yeah, it's good to have somebody who can put the pieces together and understand. It's not just about the guy that's available.
And he's not.
Guy.
I mean, that was a good conversation. Danny has not replied yet. Bummer, man. I hope he does. I just put your email address in that chat, private chat. There you go, Danny. Thank you very much, and I will be sure that someone drops you an email and gets your information, because you are something that's very valuable to the show. All the guys making comments, calling, all of you mean a lot to me. It's something that I want you guys to know. I want you to please hit the like button and the share button. Please share this and like this show. You don't understand how much that means to this show when you do that. Absolutely fact. That's a very important thing to us. And anytime you make even a comment in the comment section on Facebook or anywhere, that's a very, very important thing. I need that. So
did you see the thing in Facebook from Misador today? It's Atlanta Falcons Day, 3/28.
Nice.
That was beautiful.
Very nice. Hey, let's add to the chat Steven Glasker. He's black and he is super straight.
Super straight.
How you doing, Steven?
Yes. How are you guys doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's add Eric Moreno to the chat. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Nada, man. Nada.
It's 328. It's still the worst
Super Bowl of failure. Yeah.
Hey, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
When is the return of Nick Citro?
I'm waiting. One of these days, we will have the triumphant return of Nick Citro. We are waiting for Nick. One of these days, Nick will pop back on and say hello. He keeps promising or threatening or something. I'm not sure which one. But when I talk to him, he keeps telling me, yeah, I'll be coming. He's a very, very busy man becoming Dr. Nick Citro.
Nice.
So, yeah, he has every reason to be busy at the moment. So, but anyway, Steven, where are you?
I am driving. That's where I am right now.
You're always driving.
If you're
always driving. Are you going to Arby's to get a monster or meat mountain or whatever it was called?
Don't tempt me. No, don't tempt me. I actually had Firehouse stuff tonight, in case you're wondering. So no.
Oh, those are good. Hook and ladder fully involved, my friend.
Yep,
but you're on the wrong show. This isn't even that show.
I know. Just in case you're wondering, I did want to say real quickly, Rick, I like your take about AB. I agree. No news is good news, essentially.
Yeah.
I believe he'll be coming back as well. I also love what John said. I'm pretty sure Matt agreed with as well. And I heard Harry, Greek, and Ray talk about this earlier today. His route running is bar no one on the team. I don't care if it's Mike Edwards. I don't care if it's got. No one on the team has AB's ability to run a route. Not one of them. He is the best route runner in the entire team.
And that's something that's overlooked when you start reading all these Facebook posts about AB, and we've got Scotty Miller, and we've got ABCY. I don't know, whoever else they want to throw in there. You don't have anybody on the roster that's as precise as AB is. There's a reason for that. And even though Scotty Miller might be a dragster, he might be able to pull 320 in a quarter mile. AB's an F1. And he can drive through anything.
That is the thing is I don't understand why, when people compare, they say, oh yeah, we want Scotty Miller, or we'll just fill him in with Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller is not AB. Okay, Scotty Miller can do one thing: run fast, run straight, and hopefully catch the ball.
Yeah.
Right.
He's a
okay,
that's
it. That's it. Right. That's all he does is go.
Yeah, good connection with Brady.
Right. And he's got a great connection with Brady. It's just deep.
And AB.
Yeah, but AB is he can do pretty much anything you ask him to do. I mean, he's phenomenal. He's one of the best. Here's the difference. You have Scotty Miller, who's a great deep threat, and you have AB, who's a great everything threat at the point that it is almost at a historic level. Okay?
Absolutely.
That's how good AB is. All right. Do I want AB back? Yes. I want AB back. Do I think it's good news we're hearing nothing? Yes, absolutely. Nobody's sniffing around the goods. And that speaks volumes to me about the fact that I think other teams are looking at the Bucs and are going, yeah, we can't compete with that. I think that's what they're saying when it comes to re-signing these guys. We can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what they've done has been nothing short of miraculous and beautiful and wonderful and exciting. And why would they stop right here? It would be a weird place for them to stop, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So,
and I listened to what you said last night at the end of the show of AB kind of versus Larry Fitzgerald. And don't get me wrong, I've met Larry Fitzgerald. He's an amazing guy. He's got a phenomenal background. He is a great, phenomenal. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm choosing AB every time for the exact same reason we just talked about with the other guys. AB's a better route runner than Larry Fitzgerald is, even in his career. He's just better.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I got an idea, guys. I want to bring up, I don't know if you can see the camera. Can you see the camera while you're driving, Stephen?
I can.
Yeah, that was convincing. Eric, are you still there? Eric?
I'm not sure if I should, but I can.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, because I'm about to, it's time for probably the most popular segment on any of my shows. It's time for
Stupid Bucs fans say.
All right, guys. Let's get this party started. Well, folks, the band is 94% back together. Hold on, we got Eric. Well, folks, the band is 94% back together. And the draft is here. If Golston stays or goes, I thought he was a free agent too. Do we benefit from a possible Gerald McCoy return? Now, hold on. Before you all say anything, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say I'm not going to pass judgment on this. I'm not going to say this is truly a stupid thing to say, okay? But this is the setup for everyone else who spoke on the subject. What this person said, do we benefit from a possible return of Gerald McCoy? That's not an unreasonable question. And then we go here. We're still coming back. Do you all think still adding Gerald McCoy for depth? He may be a cheap option to add and has expressed an interest in coming back. Here you go. Everybody ready? The issue is Who would wear number 93?
Oh my God.
As
Sue.
if that's any question at all. Yes, that is Sue's number. Sue did
Yes.
more in his first year with the Buccaneers. Forget last year. Sue did more in 1 year than McCoy did in his entire freaking career with the Buccaneers. I'm
I
sorry.
got so much heat.
Gerald, oh my God.
I wasn't a big Sue fan, but when he came to Tampa, especially with Vita, Vita was getting doubled, and then when Vita came out when Vita came out, when Vita was hurt, they were doubling Shaq, and then in the NFC Championship game, I mean, they were just all over him.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sue has earned anything and everything that this team. I mean, Sue's been fantastic for this team, and he was a vital part of last year. And I'm so excited that he's back. The whole defense is back. All right, let's keep going, guys. I know this may sound weird. That's never a good setup. Now I want to say this, okay? Follow with me here. I know this may sound weird, and I'm embarrassed to ask. I am currently unemployed. Okay. Now, what's the next logical thing to say?
Anybody know who's hiring?
That's what comes to my mind, okay? Does anybody know who's hiring? Is anybody hiring? Does anybody know of a job available? That's what comes to my mind. This person said, I know this may be weird, and I'm embarrassed to ask. I'm currently unemployed. Are there someone that maybe have an extra Bucs jersey that they would want to give away?
$100 jersey. Would just hand it off.
I got an old Mike Evans jersey, the red from the old uniforms.
Well, if you want to give it to this guy, you are welcome to do that. You are welcome.
Richard
Minnie. Okay? But the thing is, he didn't ask for a job. He's asking for a jersey. His priorities are not right. Okay?
No, yeah. I'm unemployed.
All right, here we go. Let's keep going. I don't like the 1 year deal with Sue. It could have easily been for 2 or 3. No, it couldn't, because Sue wants to sign a 1 year contract at a time. So it couldn't have easily been more than 2 or been for 2 or 3. I don't like the 1 year deal with Sue. Well, I don't think they asked you. I don't think you were on that conference call, that Zoom call, were you, buddy? Wow, I don't like that. And no one cares. Okay, who is not Nick Citro?
What in the world?
Who is not
Wait,
Nick
what?
Citro?
Is that who is that?
This is not Nick Citro.
Okay, not Nick Citro. All right, we're going to keep going here. Now, this is a conversation.
Hey, the last meme, the last stupid thing, that screen.
This one?
There. And in the comment section, Mr. Rob Young, a player can retire any year, not just when his contract is up, dumbass.
You can retire whenever you want to retire. So now I'm going to bring this up, and this was given to me by Matt. This is a conversation, and this is actually the first 2-part stupid things Bucs fans say. This is the first 2-parter, okay? This comes from a conversation that Matt had. Now I want you to look at, all your haters, go to moderators, delete these people, but keep going down. I prefer Golden Tate. Now look down below here. We need Julio Jones. That's the 3rd comment down. We need Julio Jones.
No.
Okay. And Matt piping in with a little bit of common sense. Good Lord. No, we don't. Okay. But here we go. It didn't stop there. Matt's conversation continues. The guy says, Matt Coulson, I like him I like him, just my opinion, bro. And Matt comes in with the common sense. When's the last time Julio completed a season uninjured? Todd replies, the guy, this is so epically, amazingly stupid. The guy uses his power more than other receivers. Of course he gets hurt. Okay? Then he replies at the bottom, if you don't get hurt, you're not doing anything. Basically. Okay.
It appears as though that Mr. Todd got his feelings hurt. So you're doing something, buddy.
Yeah, good job. I can tell you, way to go. I mean, what? Come on. If you don't get hurt, you're not doing anything? Really? So I guess that Brady thing, he sucked last year, huh?
That's the Gerald McCoy method of professional football.
Golly, man. Now, speaking, go ahead.
Can I quote a used to be famous comedian, Carlo Mencia?
Sure.
Hey, Todd. Dee-dee-dee.
and now for my favorite.
Stupid Bucs fans say.
Now this one is special because it doesn't come from just a fan. Oh, no.
Yep.
Gerald McCoy pipes in. Been in Tampa 10 minutes already. Got free food. Love being home. Now, two things come to mind for me on this, guys. Number one, you're an effing millionaire. Okay, right? The guy asking for a free jersey doesn't get free food. You jackass. Pay for your dang food. Let the person serving you have a good day. Pay for the
Ocho Cinco used to go around.
Idiot.
Ocho Cinco used to go around Cincinnati and go into a steakhouse and buy the whole restaurant. The
really?
Meal.
Yeah, but been in Tampa 10 minutes, already got free food. What? God, you're a freaking millionaire and love being home. Really, I remember you running around the field here in Carolina, here in Charlotte, with your wings out. Your wings out saying, I'm home.
Right.
Remember that? Well, where's home for you, you idiot? Where is home?
And then after a very subpar season, they let you go. You ended up in Dallas. You got hurt. Maybe if you bring up that screenshot again, maybe his Twitter handle, he's already self-identifying.
Well, all I can tell you is this. If you call everywhere home and you act like everybody's, you're just the best everywhere. I remember you on camera with Cam Newton. And you know what before the season started here in Charlotte, and you know what you guys said? One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right.
Well, apparently you're a lot of people's freaking trash.
And both of those guys are no longer with Carolina. So what's up, trash?
That's exactly right.
But one of them's got a contract.
So Gerald McCoy epically gets
Stupid Bucs fans say.
Jackass.
When you make that kind of money that these guys make, and if you do your cards right, I mean, if you get a $12 million contract, if you put half of that in the bank and just leave it alone, you're good for a while. I pretty much don't need nothing.
I mean, think about it. He said he's been in Tampa 10 minutes and he already got free food. That's one of two things. Either he was at the airport, right, and goes up to one of those restaurants or goes up to whatever. It's only been 10 minutes, right? So the guy making minimum wage is sitting there, probably steals the crab legs and gives them to him, but who knows? All right, maybe they just gave him the free food. Okay, maybe they just gave him the free food. Could be. Oh, why in the heck wouldn't he say no? Especially in a time of COVID. During COVID, if you're at the airport, you're struggling big time because there just aren't customers there. Okay, if you're not at the airport, if you drove into town and you've only been in town 10 minutes and you got your food that quick, you went to fast food. That idiot behind the counters that pimply ass 17-year-old that's serving you, pay them.
That's what I'm saying. Ocho Cinco used to go in and just say, I'll cover everybody's tab, and then he'd leave a big ass check for whatever the wait staff was.
Yeah.
And he did that without being pompous and anything. He recognized his position.
Yeah, you know what? I was okay bringing him in for depth, and I was okay with all that. And now he's just pissed me off. Now it's like, just freaking go away. Just go away.
Well, Rick, it's really good to see how well you're handling this.
A question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Would you be more surprised if we draft a quarterback in the first 2 rounds, or maybe even the first round, or draft a running back in the first or second round for the Bucs?
Neither.
Or trade out of the first round. That's what the
Trade
Patriots
out.
did. No? Trade up, maybe?
I think we're going to trade back and get into the second round a little bit higher, middle second round, and maybe a third or fourth to go with it.
I don't know
get anything in the first round.
Were you guys? By the way, I got to
round.
ask you guys something. Were you hearing the audio on the when the cat came up?
Yeah.
On my
I did-
on the
I did
iPad,
not.
it says you have to. It's on mute until you select off.
Yeah.
Every time you do one of those, so something to do with StreamYard.
Okay, I got this is something I got to learn. Okay.
Yeah, every one of those cutaways that you do comes up with no sound, and it has a button to tap for microphone.
Right.
Okay, I got to figure out how to fix that.
Right. I'm glad it wasn't just me. Thanks for asking.
No, that is somebody just said to me, "Hey, we're not hearing that," and I am not sure how to fix that. So I'm gonna.
I don't think you can. I think it dictates it through the software.
Well,
I haven't found a way to make a setting to tell it to.
Well, could you hear it before?
No, every time you go to a cut screen to the cat or to the producer or any of them, it has a graphic in front of it. It goes mute and it says
right. Has it always been that way, or is that new?
Yes.
Oh, it's always been that way.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So there's that. All right. So there's nothing I can do about that then.
I mean, there might be a setting or something, but I haven't investigated it enough to know.
No, it would be on my end, and I don't know where that is. So, okay.
It's Andrew, my Canadian homie. What's up?
How you doing, Andrew?
Steven and everybody else, how we doing? Steven,
Doing
your
good.
jersey is going to be sent out this upcoming weekend there, buddy. Congratulations on winning that on episode 1 of North Sports Dynasty, buddy.
I appreciate you. Thank you, bro.
No worries,
Hey,
buddy.
now that Andrew is here, do y'all want to? Do you guys remember a week ago when we explored a little bit of Canada? We revealed a little bit of Canada.
Oh, yes.
Smashing Head Buffalo Cliff or whatever.
Yes.
The hell it was.
Do you guys want to do that again?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Then let's. All right, everybody, get ready to play your audio. Hold on. Let's do a little bit of revealing Canada. Okay.
From, eh?
All right, guys. So here's some interesting facts about Canada. More than half of the lakes in the world are in Canada. There are more than 3 million lakes in Canada, including 31,700 whatever big lakes are. Okay? Canada has 2 of the biggest lakes in the world, Great Bear Lake and Great Slave Lake, which I'm not going to talk about. Okay? All right? Now, this is an amazing statistic. The literacy rate in Canada. The literacy rate in Canada is 99%.
Ooh.
That's amazing.
Rick, there's not a whole lot to do up there.
That is amazing. Well, you say there's not a whole lot to do, but I don't agree. There are a lot of wonderful and beautiful places you can visit, like this.
Oh, it's
In
That's the
gorgeous.
scene from.
There are
that's where
plenty
Thor hung out, isn't
of
it?
places that you can go in Canada.
Yeah.
Like this fine town, which goes by the name of Dildo Canada.
There it is.
Wait,
Okay.
is that real?
That is
Oh,
Dildo
yeah.
Canada, Dildo, Newfoundland, Canada.
There it is.
Wait,
Newfoundland.
is that real?
That is real, and there's plenty of pleasure to be had in Dildo. Okay, obviously at least 2 pleasures to be had in Dildo. Okay, and if you're not sure, if you ever get confused, you can always ask Captain Dildo.
Yes, Captain
Captain
Dildo.
Dildo, which is also a name that we give to Andrew, but that's something completely different. But
Oh, that's awesome.
yes, so Captain Dildo, things to do in Dildo. Newfoundland, Canada. So you said there's not much to do up there. You're absolutely wrong. There's so much to do. Look, man, Jimmy Kimmel Live went to dildo. Okay? And look at this. Jimmy loves dildo. And look at, he's running for mayor. Okay?
Yep.
So if you think I'm crazy, now what is look, what do you have to have? You have to have a dildo cove. Okay? Because Wiles have a dildo. But that's another story.
God.
Now listen, you can buy the t-shirts.
Okay. Wow.
Fantastic.
Okay. Which I would have worn that tonight, but I just thought I was pushing it a little too far. Okay.
I gotta order me one.
You can go to the post office. Okay. Jimmy truly does love dildo, and the fact of the matter is, dildo has now has an honorary mayor of Jimmy Kimmel, so dildo has gone Hollywood.
Oh my Lord.
And if you think I'm joking, guys, that sign is real.
Yep.
That sign is real. Dildo's gone Hollywood. Welcome to dildo.
Oh, that made my
I
night.
swear that's where they filmed the end game. On the Avengers, that's where Thor was
it does
the
look
king.
like it. It does look like it. Hey, dude.
Dude's like, dude.
Dude's just, he doesn't even know what to say.
Dude's in awe of dildo.
The dude doesn't even know what to say about dildo.
The dude doesn't want any part of your dildo, Rick.
It's not my dildo, it's your dildo.
This is true. No, it could be our dildos, guys.
Yes.
So you got a town named Vagina or Regina?
Regina. Hey, dude, are you back?
The Rough Riders play there.
Dude?
Is he there?
Now dude's having problems. I don't know what's going on.
Why is he so scared of dildo?
I'm not sure what's going on with dude. I have no idea.
Tell him
I just want to know.
Cycle his phone or whatever.
Hey,
That's what worked for me.
Andrew, I just
yes, sir.
Can you buy one in that town? And if you do, is that dildo square?
Oh yeah, I've known a few people actually who've been out that way, and it's a quick little drive from one of the bigger towns.
You need those a few people who've been out that way.
Oh yeah, and they buy dildos. They make jokes all the time.
Dude, are you there?
There's a documentary. I think Vice has done it too. Oh yeah, it's a fun little town apparently.
Dude, are you there?
Crazy.
Dude. All right, dude, you're having some problems. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you need to drink.
Everybody else is doing okay with this, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but I just thought that was epic. That's the way that you reveal Canada. See, everybody say when you said there's nothing to do in Canada, obviously you're quite wrong. There's plenty to do in Canada.
I just wonder what kind of lady would want that dildo pleasure craft anywhere near her. I mean,
you wonder what kind of lady, this kind of lady.
Look at that. That's somebody's daughter. Okay, dude, she went to church for a while.
Hey, Matt,
she may have gone to church in dildo.
Ain't no God saving her.
You don't know that. She may have gone to first dildo.
She's literally standing in front of a sign that says Dildo Cove, man.
Yes. I know. That's what I said. Without a cove, why would you have a dildo? Of course it's going to have a cove.
The picture is cut halfway up, so you cannot see the rest, dude. Like, she may actually be her own cove at this point.
Dude?
Hey, I'm telling you, I want to date everyone in that town. I would date anyone in that town.
All right, so for some reason, we're just not going to have dude talking for the rest of the night. Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Oh, he's talking, I think, right?
Is he breathing?
No one else talk. Yes.
I said hello 5 times. If you guys would shut the F up.
That's not our job.
I will say this. Lovely town, dildo. Untouched. And they get you coming or going.
Oh, no.
But especially coming.
Just, whatever you do when in dildo, do not enter from the rear. It's kind of sketchy.
Needs to be a slow arrival into dildo.
That's right. But guys, there's absolutely and so when you said earlier there's nothing to do in Canada, you were wrong. There's plenty to do.
Wow.
So
We're the second biggest country in the world, man. There's
right.
so much land that we haven't even explored. There's so much, like, dude, every day we're exploring new trees and stuff. There's so much to do, Matt. You have no idea.
We've got
and we're gonna and you know what, guys? Should I keep that segment going every Sunday night?
I love it.
I bet you can't top that one. I bet you can't.
Maybe not. But challenge accepted. But the thing is, you can't. Here's the fun part. Like we're ribbing Danny earlier, telling Danny get ready because at some point we're going to start revealing Puerto Rico. I mean, it's going to happen. It's everywhere. We're all idiots. So join the fun.
Is Puerto Rico in the Caribbean?
No, it's like off the.
Yes, it's in the Caribbean.
Florida over there.
Yes, it's in the Caribbean.
Like Bermuda, but it's norther than what you normally.
Yes,
think
sir.
Hey, Puerto Rico?
Isn't Puerto Rico south of the Bermudas, but north of?
No. South Puerto Rico is in the heart of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Andrew, quick. Whenever Canada opens back up and I come up there, please take me to dildo. Please. I got
Complete. And where you from?
One way or another, I'm sure he will.
It is on the east side. I'd have to visit dildo first too.
Yeah.
Did we literally just have Steven begging for dildo?
That's it.
Yeah. So
Canadian dildo.
So much for super straight Steven.
It's got its own maple taste to it.
Oh! Now you know what they really need is a maple syrup dispenser in dildo. That's. I'm just saying that would be a hit. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, for the love of God.
That's all I'm saying. So, wow. And there it went. There's our normal Sunday night conversation.
We do this on Sundays. There's something wrong. We're all going to go to hell.
We're live in the cheap seats.
I'm driving the bus.
First of all you have to do is go to First Dildo Baptist and work it out. So,
Does it even work?
Listen, man. Listen. If anybody needs forgiven, come on.
What kind of communion do they give at First Dildo Baptist?
Wow. Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. It's not even a true baptism in dildo.
It's like the sprinkle on the head. It's like the sprinkle on the head, but anyway.
Hey Rick, I got one last question.
Yes, sir. Look at him trying to save the day and bring it back to normal. Look at the way he's stepping in and trying to act all cool about it, trying to act like, no, I'm not doing that at all. But by the way, tell me about Ronald Jones. What? What you got, Eric?
If a guy like Mac Jones is available at 32, would you take him or no?
Who?
Mac Jones from Alabama.
Listen,
he's from Alabama. That disqualifies him right there. Nobody from Alabama succeeds.
Quarterback wise, you're right. Listen,
I've seen him mocked at number 10.
Here's my attitude about it. Whatever they choose to do, I'm good with it. Look, the Bucs have no backup quarterback right now. None at all. They have no backup quarterback on the roster signed right now.
Blaine Gabbert's going to come back.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert is most likely coming back. But they don't have anybody on the roster. Now, part of the reason they probably haven't signed him is they probably said, hey, listen, dude, here's what we're going to sign you for, but let us get all the contracts worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have anybody. And I just don't see them thinking development right now. I don't see this team as being in this, let's develop a quarterback. They're in, we're going to win now. And if Brady were to go down, we need somebody now. I see that being the mode. So
check this out, Eric. I mean, it would be kind of cool, obviously, if we're sitting there at 32 and for some odd reason Mac Jones fell to us just because of the hype that he's getting. But we know what we got. We know what we got for the next year to 2 years, right? So what about some of these other teams around that would literally give maybe 1 or 2 future first-round picks in order to get Mac Jones. That would probably be the better option, is to start thinking about 2023 when the dead cap hits and some of these cap hits for some of these players actually start kicking in. Would be really good to start really thinking about, grabbing a couple of those futures if somebody's going to come and trade up into the first round. So
I'm a huge proponent of trading down and trading out.
I'm starting to lean towards it.
It is time. Let me do this. I'm going to run a commercial real quick, and then we're going to come back for a litter box talk, a very important litter box talk that I'm under contract to play. You know I'm not a fan of this segment, so well, actually, let's just go straight to a commercial. Hey, welcome to Arians and Light. I'm Bruce Arians. We're here 24 hours a day for all your free agent needs. Are you an unsigned NFL veteran? Are you just one ring short of a Hall of Fame career? Well, come on down to Arians and Light. We're the home of quality, certified, slightly used players. Are you tired of playing in the cold of New England, Green Bay, Denver? Ready to leave the Big Apple for sunshine and palm trees? Or we're ready to offer great terms on a multi-year deal. Just call 1-800-VOID-YEARS. You're pre-approved. Just come on down. Everybody signs. All right. Now, let's go ahead. It is time for Litterbox Talk.
Good evening to all of my friends. I am upset about something that took place last night during What's Cooking in the South. It's something that I feel it is important that I address. First, here is this stupid-ass clip from last night's show.
Yeah, the made fish cake.
Yep.
Oh, here we go. No, I haven't seen the cat. Why?
How does the producer feel about that?
So, Mr. Producer, I want you to know that's for you. I'm getting a dog. I'm getting a dog. Do you understand? And if you want to respond, you can do it tomorrow night, but I'm getting a dog. You see that?
They're not.
So let's address this. A dog? A dog. You're threatening a dog. As if I don't have a hard enough time living with your stupid dumb that comes out of your mouth. Now I've got to talk about a dog? This place isn't stupid enough. I've got to deal with you now. I might have to deal with a dog. You're an asshole. This should be my show. So look, I'm not going to talk about this. There's too much good going on. The entire Buccaneers starting team is back. All of them are back. Every one of them. You, motherfucker. Off, you asshole. Quit talking about dogs. Talk about playoff Lenny, Lombardi Lenny, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Let's talk about all 22 coming back. They say all 22 is some film that you can review. That. All 22 is the Buccaneers returning. Get ready for another year. This one's gonna be one for the memories. Go Bucs!
You needed to respond.
He's got some problems.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you call people who live in dildo? Are they dildoians? Are they?
They're called rubbers.
I mean, I'm stuck.
Oh,
I'm stuck on the dildo. See what I did there?
No.
I'm stuck on the
dildo. What would you call anything in a dildo? I mean, I have no idea.
Well, like I said, I'm sure all the women there are fun.
And if you're kicked out of town, go ahead, Steve.
I was just saying, I'm sure all the women who live there are fun.
Can you imagine if you're a woman living there? I mean, as a guy, you'd think it was funny. As a woman, it's like, oh.
if you're kicked out of the town of Dildo, have you been discharged?
Oh dear God.
Discharged from dildo.
Oh dear God.
I don't know, but I mean, you could just imagine the jokes are endless. I mean, all of the different businesses that could be there. It's just there's so many things.
Like the local diner called Dildo Eats.
Right,
Oh.
that's what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. There's so many. There are so many. There are so many jokes. I'm sitting here in my head. I'm going, nope, can't say that one. Nope, can't say that one. I mean, it's
Discharge from Dildo just seems like a prequel to Escape from L.A.
Well, is there a dildo dispensary? Is there a dildo dispensary?
The dildo dispensary.
Right.
I'm not buying that weed.
Great fantasy football team name. Dildo.
Ooh.
Dildo Chargers. I mean, do they have a high school team, and what's the mascot? Somebody look that up. Is there a high school team, and do they have a mascot? Because that's freaking awesome. I want a jersey.
What if the name?
Trojan Man. They're the Dildo Trojans.
The Dildo Trojans. I hope that's right. I hope that's accurate.
And the entire town is run on AA batteries.
Wow.
I'm just.
What do they do at Easter? They let the little bunny out. Is that?
What do you? Wow. Well, welcome to the Dildo Depot. I mean, there are so many. That's what the train station would be called, right? The Dildo Depot. I mean, there are so many.
Hey, Andrew, I take back what I said.
Andrew was checking.
Bad.
Can you imagine
Andrew,
getting a?
Do they have a high school there, Andrew?
I'm literally just checking that right now. I just put it on mute so you didn't hear click, 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 type, type, type.
Can you imagine getting a knock at 3:00 in the morning and someone's yelling outside your door, "Dildo police, open up." And then, of course,
man, is there a sergeant from there? Yeah, he's a sergeant for Dildo Police. I mean, that's like a Beatles song gone bad.
So
there's a Captain James Cook.
You yell from the back room, "I'm coming."
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is going so far south. And you got on me about a little 4-letter word.
Well, I know.
Hey, just for clarity, the only place to use a dildo is south, okay? You don't use it in the north part of your body.
Okay.
It'll chip your teeth.
Don't ask how he knows. As he just said, it'll chip your teeth. Don't ask. Just don't ask. It'll chip your teeth. But anyway. Wow. Okay. So onward.
I went there.
Onward.
I can't even breathe. I've been laughing so hard.
Yeah. Notice how we've completely. Todd no longer calls my show anymore. I mean, we've lost some really good quality people, haven't we?
Eric just disappeared. What happened to him?
Wait, Rick,
Eric said his phone died, but I mean, he still typed it in. But what's that? What were you saying?
I said you started this, and you can blame it on us.
I know I did. I know I did.
Anything you came up with dildo.
Well, if you can get the meat mountain, if you can get the meat mountain in dildo, that would be awesome.
Okay, I see.
Hey,
wow.
If there's an Arby's there.
Do you know who played in the Canadian high school football championship game this year?
Who?
Dildo versus Regina.
Oh.
I wish that were true. That would be awesome.
They have a population of only like 1,200, so their high school really doesn't have anything.
It's got to be something. I mean, they got 1,200. They got to have high school.
They got a high school, but it doesn't look like it really has any name.
Oh, that's horrible. We've got to fix that. We need to fix that. We need a drive. We need to drive the dildo drive. We need to create the dildo drive where we're all championing.
I think that was the concept idea around the whole dildo, wasn't it?
I mean, I just think it's important that they have that. I really do.
You've heard
look at
of
look, that town for not for nothing, guys. Not for nothing. This is an absolutely beautiful dildo.
That looks
Well,
like
look,
that
and they're
looks
purple.
like the
Look at
town
all
that they
those
had in
purple
that.
dildos.
Yeah,
In the
it's
movie.
beautiful. I mean, that is beautiful. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna like have a pleasure craft somewhere in Canada,
That's a nice little town.
It is a nice little town. I mean, I'm just shocked they don't have a high school, and they've got to have some kind of, I don't know, a fishing team. There's got to be something, you know, the mullets, the
East Coast. Sorry, the
that,
dude.
No. Can you imagine sunset at Dildo?
That's a beautiful dildo view.
Hey, did you guys see what Misador said? The dildo homecoming king and queen.
Wonder what the crown looks like.
Oh God!
Wow! Wow! Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. Oh no! Oh no! Tim Weatherspoon. All right, let's end this. Let's end the dildo discussion with how excited would it be to go to the dildo swap meet? Okay, let's just let's stop that discussion now. Oh no! Crap!
Oh, the dildo
drive-in. All right, no more. All right. So anyway,
created a monster. It's alive.
Anyway.
Homecoming dildo.
Hey, did you notice that Eric Moreno checked out shortly after all the dildo talk?
Yep.
Yeah, he couldn't take it.
Dildo pays homage to the Canadian Police. High school team is now the Mounties, the Dildo Mounties.
I did not see that. I did not.
Silver away.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. All right, time to get off the dildo. Everybody, it's time to get off the dildo and onto something else. Let's get back to Bucs talk. How about that? Let's try that. Wow. Okay. So anyway, wow.
That feels really powerful.
Wow. Anyway.
I want to discuss all this behavior.
I just love the growth on your show here, Rick.
I know. Wow.
Hey, who's the official?
Wait a minute. What did you just say, Andrew?
Love the growth of your show here, Rick.
Hey, I figured out who the mascot is for Dildo High School.
Who?
The Energizer Bunny. Duh.
Okay.
Duh.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. All right. So, reeling this whole thing back in as we watch the viewers plummet, because we've beaten the living daylights out of this joke.
Out of the dildo.
Yes. So onward and upward. So I want to talk about, I'm reaching here, the 17-game season, okay? I was having a conversation with someone earlier this evening about 17-game season and how this completely screws up statistics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you realize to get 1,000 yards rushing or 1,000 yards receiving, you only need 58.5 yards per game?
Yep.
Now, how is that a big deal anymore? I mean, you keep adding games. How is that a deal? I mean, Mike Evans only needs 58 yards a game?
I mean, O.J. Simpson got 2,000 yards.
14-game season.
In a 14-game season, but the record was set in like an 8-game season. It was crazy. So yeah, they do this all the time.
I know, but it's just
stretched.
it's getting crazy. Where okay, let's add more, and then you try to compare. And the statistics. You're like, I'm wondering about the guy who signed a 5-year contract, saying that he gets incentives if he rushes for 1,000 yards. Good for him, man.
Too easy now.
Yeah, good for him. I mean, Rojo certainly would have had 1,000 yards last year. Matt wouldn't have counted it because he had one really big run, but everybody else would have counted it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Everybody who has 1,000 yards rushing has a big run or two.
No, it doesn't count in Matt's book. It doesn't
That's
count.
not what I was saying, but I'm going to let you.
Matt said he only had 800 and Matt, you literally said he only had 800 and something yards because you took away
886.
because you took away the 95-yard run.
And what else did I say?
If you take away long runs,
I said that
has the same career as Eric Rett.
That's exactly what I said to him, dude. That is exactly what I said. Well, just take away those long runs. I mean, now granted, he only had one.
There's a difference between a guy who breaks open one time and gets a 99-yard run versus a Barry Sanders who gets open every single game and has one 60, 70-yard run every game, no matter how much you stop him.
Sure, but you can also say this, Matt. You can also say Barry Sanders was the only thing on Detroit. Okay,
exactly.
And the Buccaneers.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, versus more running backs. Versus, I mean.
I just made a point, and you didn't like it, and I'm just done with it now.
So I'm not allowed to talk about it.
We have breaking news.
They're both.
Go to freaking dildo. All right, just
we have breaking news from Canada.
What's the breaking news?
It's not really breaking news, but it sounds like the team has changed its name to the Rough Riders.
I think somebody already said that. But
dude.
Okay.
That's okay.
Sorry,
they steal that name way too many times up
let
here.
go of the dildo.
Yeah, I know.
We had like the Ottawa Rough Riders and the Saskatchewan Rough Riders all at the same time. No one could be original. Now we're just going to have the dildo Rough Riders.
Yeah.
Tampa's got Rough Riders too.
Can you imagine, though, having, everybody, everybody, what if there were two NFL teams with the same name? I mean, why did they do that? I mean, that's just weird and Canadian.
Like with the Southeast Conference, there's 3 teams in the Southeast
that are
Conference
the Tigers. Yeah.
Not only that.
Auburn doesn't know what it is. It's War Eagles one week. It's the Fighting Tigers.
No, they're the Tigers. They are the Tigers, but War Eagle is their chant.
Is their chant? Is their cry? Is their battle?
Right.
That's like
how does one connect to the other?
Do you actually want to know the story behind War Eagle?
If you're telling me they're the Auburn Tigers and their war chant is a bird, predatory bird, how does that go together?
Do you want to know the story behind War Eagle?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Rick. Enlighten me.
Okay.
I've never been explained.
Okay. This is actually, and I'm just so I don't make any little mistakes on this. Let's see. The War Eagle story is this. The most popular legend about the battle cry dates back to the first time Auburn met Georgia on the field in 1892, and it centers on a spectator who was a Civil War veteran. In the stands with him that day was an eagle the old soldier had found on the battlefield during the war.
Oh, now I feel like crap.
Yeah, well, you should.
It's funny. How come you didn't bring up the fact that Alabama's called the Crimson Tide, but their logo is a freaking elephant?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, explain that one to me.
That one doesn't make any sense either.
Right. I don't know.
Isn't one of your guys' and I hate to be political, but isn't one of you guys' party an elephant? And isn't
one is an elephant, one is a donkey.
May I ask why it's an elephant? I can understand a donkey. Why is it an elephant?
I don't know why they chose.
There's a reason.
Yeah, you can understand a donkey. No, there is a reason?
Yeah, there's a reason, but I don't know what it is. I'm just telling you, there's a reason. They call it
Matt just randomly, he thinks there's no reason for War Eagle, but there's a reason for the elephant.
Well, if there's an answer for the War Eagle thing, there's definitely an elephant answer somewhere.
I can see that.
I'm sure that there's some sort of they
I'm going to Google it just for the hell of it right now. Now you got me. Okay.
Rick,
why?
Going back to one of your points there about the guy, people with the incentives with like 1,000 yards rushing and stuff like that. I think a lot of these coaches are going to start putting the incentives a little bit to more, say 12 or 1,300. Just
you're going to have to,
because of that 17 games and because of the way that these offenses are going to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one from CNN. Let me peruse it real quick. I'll get your answer to you there, amazing guy.
Breaking news from Matt Coulson.
Hold on, I'm looking.
Okay. Matt, it's great radio. I've got the answer,
I
and then there's silence.
To the damn thing here.
You got to subscribe. Don't do that. I'm sure you can Google it and find out why. Why are Republicans elephants?
Republican elephant made its first appearance in 1874 cartoon by a cartoonist named Thomas Nast, N-A-S-T.
There you go. So that was before the War Eagle.
Before the War Eagle. Didn't say a damn thing about anything to do with
the jackass. Well, that's just because they're politicians, and really, they both should have that. So.
Well, no,
I thought it was in 1876. The cartoon Republican vote, represented by Uncle Sam riding on an elephant, tramples a tiger representing the Democrats. So apparently, they just squashed somebody. That's where it came from.
Okay.
Well, I thought the Democrats used the donkey because that's what Mary rode into Bethlehem on.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it went that far.
Because they're all so moral and spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all here for our best interest. And
that's right.
You believe that? I have oceanfront property in Dildo to sell you.
That's actually not funny because there is water in Dildo. There is waterfront property, so
and it is probably for sale.
Yes. So
there ain't no work on the East Coast, guys. Are you kidding me? Newfoundland and sorry.
So apparently, this Nast cartoonist guy was broke, and he needed a way to make money, so he created the donkey and the elephant, and made a bunch of political cartoons and put it in a book to try to keep his farm, which he was able to do because Harper's
good for him. Good for him. Thing. All right. And by the way, breaking news for those of you who care about such things. I do not. I imagine if you're listening to me right now, you don't care either. But number 11, UCLA beat number 2, Alabama, 88-78 in overtime.
Man, there's no brackets left this year. Nobody.
Yeah.
Everybody got beat.
This is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Do you think Dildo has? Do you think Dildo has an alcohol problem with the water?
Dude, we've got the dildo jokes, okay, man? We've all pulled away from it. We've all pulled away. Go ahead. All right.
It smells really good.
All right, so we are going to step away from that conversation. Got that, dude?
Yeah, so apparently this guy tried to put himself out of bankruptcy and he created something and everybody kept it. That's all there is to it. That's the only story.
Okay, good for him. So he created it. All right, that's where it came from.
They kept it.
See, look at that. We learn all kinds of wonderful things on here on Bucs Report on live from the cheap seats. You never know what to expect. You never know who's going to be here. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to be said. Believe me, I never know what's going to be said. It's not just you. It's not just you.
The train went off the tracks because of you.
And I promise you, there was no accident to that. Okay, that was planned in advance. Absolutely. It was planned, discussed, hashed, rehashed. This came from a.
I had a vision in my mind because of some Freudian slip that when dude came up as a slee stack, he looked a little bit like a receptacle end of one of the prophylactic. Is that the word I'm looking for? With 2 eyes, and then you bring it all the way down to dildo. So I don't know what's going on here tonight.
Well, seeing as how you're the only person who looked at dude and thought prophylactic, I think you're the only one who can answer what's going on here, because that really seems like it's coming down to you. But and I'm sure dude's a little uncomfortable right now.
He's not even talking. He's shell shocked.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get the maple syrup off my dildo.
Oh my God.
Yeah. This is not going to end, is it? This may be a really short show tonight, guys.
For being Canadian at this moment.
Hey, Andrew, he literally said we're moving on from dildo, and then they both have said dildo 10 times.
I've tried not to say a damn word about dildo.
Don't believe I have. I don't believe I have.
I thought I was talking about Republicans and donkeys.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
That's kind of the same thing.
let's move on.
That's the loveliest thing I've ever heard.
So, back to what we were talking about in the 17-game season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Mike Evans.
Did you hear that Alvin Kamara is upset because he doesn't want to have to play an extra week? He said it's stupid.
Well,
and
whatever.
I'm thinking that's because he never makes a playoff.
That's stupid. Yeah,
well,
stupid.
A lot of these players are going to be upset just because it's only an extra, say, $1 million for some of the higher paid guys, where some of the lower guys aren't necessarily going to see too much in some cases. So
stupid.
How many $100,000 players are on the NFL rosters? They all make like $500,000 just for showing up. So if they get a game check,
and they obviously don't have to pay for their food.
Exactly, regardless of how big they are.
I mean,
hey, if it's anything, and I played football when I was in high school, and I got to go down to the University of Minnesota in Duluth, and we did a training camp there, and it was quite fun. And the cafeteria that they had, they basically just told us, as long as you're wearing a pass or whatever the heck that we had on,
right?
You grab the vitamin water, and certain things on one shelf just completely free, and then you have to have a card that had a little bit of cash on for the other stuff. But like, I went in there, it was like vitamin waters, this, that, and everything else. This is amazing, and I wasn't even getting paid. So that's why this whole, when I brought up the XFL and CFL merger, is there's some of these universities up here that obviously don't necessarily have that ability. Is now you allow Canada.
So Andrew, I just have to say this from everything I've learned about Canada the last 2 weeks. Why are you excited about getting water? Apparently, you have all of it there already. Okay,
not necessarily, just about the vitamin water. Of course,
you just wanted it in a plastic bottle because of that beautiful environment you have.
Wow.
You just wanted it all in a plastic bottle.
No, I want the environments that come around the schools that I've seen actually in the United States that could actually benefit up here in Canada with something like that. And
you're talking about a major Division I school, though, not the little Division II or III. They don't have the kind of money that you're going to see at the University of Minnesota or.
But I'm betting vitamin water gives them free product for sponsorships and things. I
think Gatorade was invented at the University of Florida, and I don't even know.
That's why it's called Gatorade.
Yes, I know. I recall.
Well, good for you.
It was in glass bottles at the time.
The only reason I brought that
up,
that's
a little sensitive tonight, isn't he? The other day he brought up something. I started talking about it, and he got mad that I was commenting on the subject he brought up.
Yeah. Because you were twisting my words, but I'm not going to go back down that road. We're putting that right up there with that town in Canada. Shove it off the shelf. Leave it alone.
Now, the only reason I brought it up, Rick, is because...
Wait, is Matt taking charge? Did you hear that? Matt's like trying to tell me what to do with the show?
I'm just trying to... Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. We're going to get a divorce.
Get in line. Get in line. You won't be the first to say, yeah. I mean, look at Eric. We lost Eric.
And Steven.
Yeah, Steven ducked out.
Yep.
He probably got where he was going, and
he
was done driving, so he didn't want to talk to us anymore.
Yeah, he's like, now I actually have to go do whatever I actually wanted to be doing. You guys just filled in the time in the meantime. So
I've been this guy before. I don't mind that so much.
Yeah, I don't want either. But so with the 17-game thing, I actually have a question about that because it's something that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, so you have Mike Evans. Now let's say Mike Evans has 59 yards per game this year. He has a bad year. All right, and he breaks it 1,000 yards again. He didn't do it in 16 weeks. He gets it in the 17th week. Doesn't that kind of make you go, does that really count? I mean,
I don't think Mike Evans would be upset about cashing that check for hitting that marker.
Assuming he gets a check for that marker, and okay. But it just seems weird, and I wonder if the contracts I wonder if part of the collective bargaining agreement isn't okay if we're going to play this extra game. There's a prorated on this? I mean,
there has to be. If you're looking at a contract written for 16 games, then you're expected to get paid $1 million a game. Let's just say that, just for ease of math. And they throw in a 17th game. Do they give him an extra million, or do they break that 16 millions into 17?
Yeah, and there's
think
also bad. Go ahead.
I think the bigger question is, how do you redo the TV deal with the 17 game without having every other team's contract expire? Meaning, you're going to have contracts that are going to overlap the change from 16 to 17 games, unless you deem everybody a free agent all at once and then renegotiate every contract, which is impossible. So I'm pretty sure what they'll do here is they're going to let it slide, meaning incentive packages like Mike Evans for a year or two, and then we're just going to start seeing contracts negotiated on a 17-game season basis.
How did that happen? You lost me. You were going to see what the contracts that were negotiated on 16-game seasons, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they can cancel that contract and then renegotiate for a player's contract on a 17-game season. Those contracts.
Oh no, but I'm guessing they get paid. They'll get another game check. They'll just get it. I'm guessing they're going to get paid for that.
They'll just divide their yearly salary by 17 instead of 16 and mail it out that way.
Could happen. I'm guessing in the. I would doubt that happened, but it could. Maybe. Yes.
Well, that was my question. If you're going to you're supposed to make X amount a year. If the year lasts an extra week, do you get less per week, or do you get one extra?
Yeah, that's an interesting
check?
question. We need to stick Joshua Allen on that.
I
Because
literally was
smart.
just going to say that.
Yeah.
NFL doesn't pay by the week; it pays by the month. Game checks are monthly.
I thought they got paid weekly.
I'm pretty sure it's monthly.
Well, there is game checks.
Yeah,
but there is also there is a monthly check that does come that the dude is talking about. I just cannot remember what that is called.
You do get game checks. Well, yeah, you know what? We need to get Joshua on this because I think that this is actually a very good question, very interesting question. I'd like to learn about this, and maybe Joshua can dig up some info and write an article on it or something.
Josh usually knows the breakdowns of those kind of stuffs a lot better than the rest of us.
Christopher Cole brought up something very interesting. He said if there wasn't a holding call in one of Rojo's runs, he would have had 1,000 yards.
Oh, well.
All right, this is from NFL Players Union website. You ready?
Yep.
Players are paid monthly. It's just the contract details, offers, speculation reported in press are given as weekly figures, but their paychecks are literally mailed out or deposited monthly.
Okay. So it's the opposite of what I guess I was saying. It's the other
reason they
incentives
break
that
it
come
down
in
to
weekly.
week. Yeah, the reason they break it down to weeks basically is when they commit an infraction and get fined, it's a week's worth of pay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's interesting then. If they get paid monthly, that's fine.
Did they recently change that?
Well, hold on. But what's interesting is does that push them into another month then, that extra week?
January. It's going to be January.
Yeah.
So it would just be prorated. We're literally talking about math here, guys.
No, I understand. Is it prorated like that, or are they getting an extra? No, here's what I mean.
Like I said, if you get $1 million contract a year, and up until this year, it was paid off in 16 weeks, which is 4 months. You got to add a little bit extra because of the bye week, so there's that extra week all the time. You're just going to divide it by 17 and then take that 17
right,
figure.
But what I'm saying is
how many months the season lasts.
Right, but what I'm saying is by prorated, we're saying two different things. That's why I wanted to clarify. Is because what I'm saying is are they taking divided by 16 or whatever? If you're adding the extra week, do you just add that much again? Or are you still getting paid the same annual salary?
You're only playing one game for the month, not 4.
No, I'm saying divided by 16, okay? Take whatever that 1 week is and add that at the end, so you're getting a 17th, a prorated check. Are you getting whatever your salary would be per week? Are you getting that in addition? Are you getting paid more? I think that's what I'm asking. Are the players getting an extra week's worth of pay, or are they prorating it out? Dividing it out by 17, and with the extra TV week, blah blah blah. I kind of find I think that they're probably, I'm guessing that the players are going to get are not getting the same amount of pay over 17 weeks. I'd be interested in finding out. I could be wrong about that, but I would be very surprised if the players agreed to that.
I remember seeing somewhere that it was an extra $1 million game check or something like that. I want to make sure I'm right on the wording, but I know it was $1 million per player or per roster player or something like that extra. So,
okay, I'm
All right,
going to see
here
if
we
I
go
can.
from behindthesteelcurtain.com. Any player who is under contract when the new CBA is signed and remains on that contract in a year in which the league plays 17 games will receive a bonus of 1/17 of his salary.
Yeah,
if
that's
he's
what
on
I was
the
saying.
roster of the date of the 17th game.
Right.
Nice.
That's what I was saying. Is that's what I thought would happen. Is they would give him that extra week's worth of pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I'm like the players would just say hell no otherwise. But yeah, that makes sense.
I think in the negotiations, that's what some of the owners were saying at first is like, no, you guys can wait and do your contracts afterwards kind of things. These guys were like, no. Some of us are on like long-term deals here. No. We're not doing that.
Well, and I think that with the new TV deal, with all of that, that was all worked in. You know, there's going to be extra weeks. There's going to, all of that came in. So yeah, that's interesting. I was wondering how that all worked out. Thank you, dude. I was wondering how that all would come down. So
as long as it means I get preseason games in Canada again, that'd be awesome.
Well, really? They had some?
It did not work where they did it in Winnipeg, and that's kind of the reason why I want them to.
They should hold him in dildo.
He couldn't stop himself.
I even
couldn't
thought about
stop
it.
himself.
Like,
you know he was sitting there. You know he was sitting there going.
I'm gonna say anything about Canada, and he's gonna come in with.
I know.
Hey, look, I'm not a fan of cancel culture. I refuse to let dildo be canceled.
You know, all that's happening in the back of his head, while we're all sitting here talking football, dude is just sitting there and all he's hearing, dildo.
Yeah.
Dildo. I mean, it's just in the back of his head. That's the only thing he hears.
Except for the clarification on the 1/17th pay and all that. But yes, dildo. Hey, I'll just say this, though. If you are in Canada or you're thinking about going to Canada, please support these towns we're talking about. Not for any particular reason other than every town and every province across the world, especially North America, is struggling right now. So while we make fun of dildo, and what was last week's one, Rick?
Buffalo jump. No, head smash buffalo jump.
Yeah.
Head smashed in buffalo jump.
If you're near those and you see the sign, go there, spend some money. Tell them that you appreciate them staying open and doing what they can to survive. That said, hey, I will refrain from dildo talk for 5 more minutes.
Okay, 5 more minutes.
Don't ask what's happening during those 5
But
minutes.
I also want to say out for everybody watching, I think there's us 4 are watching right now. Every Monday, starting tomorrow, every Monday on BucsReport.com, of course on Bucs Report Facebook, Twitter. Check out, we are starting Mock Draft Monday, where you will see no less than 2 mock drafts, Rick's favorite, every Monday on Bucs Report, done by everybody from myself, Evan Winter, Joshua Cole Allen, Jacob Charnow, Johnny the Professor Dean, we're going to make him get in on it. And if you guys want to get on it, we are looking to put out as many mock drafts as possible for 2 reasons. 1, the fans, they eat it up, they gobble it up. 2, and Rick hates it. So we're going to put them out every Monday. And I will blow up Rick's inbox with low-key references to what I'm not allowed to talk about for 3.5 more minutes and mock drafts.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go ahead and start to close this thing down for the night. So, Andrew, you got where do people find you, brother?
Well, you can find my mock draft because that's what my show does. we do dynasty stuff and we do mock drafts. And I just did my show last week. I guess that technically last week. On Saturday there, we did our show about our mock drafts 2.0, and you can find us at northsportsdynasty.com and all across your social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. You can find me personally on Twitter at Andrew_Faubert. And yeah, I'm going to be live every Saturday. Next week is going to be a little bit more hockey talk until we get a little bit more football action going on. So all new fans are welcome to come in. And it's always a pleasure to be on with you, Rick. So thank you guys very much. And we'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. Thank you. We will be back on Tuesday. I don't know if you want to challenge Matt, but somebody's got to challenge Matt. We need a couple of people. So if you're interested, you let me know.
Matt, if I can get through my traffic at an appropriate time and not speed over 135 kilometers an hour, I will do that.
How much is that? Is that like
it is 167 miles per hour, I think.
Jeez.
Yes, please don't do that.
Okay.
All right, that's allowed. That's allowed, guy. No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. Thanks again.
Have a good one. Have a great night,
man.
Cheers.
Dude, anything? Why am I terrified? Why am I doing this? Anything you want to say on the way out the door?
Again, every Monday on BucsReport.com, Mock Draft Monday. Make sure you tune in tomorrow to, let's see, what is tomorrow, Monday? Oh, yeah, it's Mock Draft Monday. Tune in to Mock Draft Monday on BucsReport.com, Bucs Report Facebook, Bucs Report Twitter. Tomorrow night, of course, the Sports Web with Peter H. Blake, where there will probably be very little dildo talk. But we do got some good guests lined up. Also, shout out to Real Bucs Talk, Michael Pless and Mark over there holding it down with the greatest and latest film breakdown. Tune into their live stream tomorrow at 8 p.m. Not to conflict with ours at 9. I want to say, Rick, thank you for the Vine. Thank you for the time. I appreciate all of our sponsors. Shout out to the Deck Bar and Grill at Isla del Sol. Viva la dildo. The dude is out. I will not be silenced. I'll be back with more rhetoric on Tuesday.
Awesome. Thanks, dude. Gotta love that. Matt, thank you for coming by, and I will see you on Tuesday as you defend your championship on What's Cooking in the South.
What's Cooking in the South weekly food fight challenge. I just want to say on my mock draft, I'm going to give it out early. We don't do anything with 32. We just give it away, and that's it. I won't change my mind.
Yeah,
you guys
I'd be good on
night.
it. I'm good about a trade. I'd be good with that.
Yeah, I think that's where we're going.
Let's talk about that Tuesday. Let's talk about it Tuesday.
Will.
All right.
We will.
Have a good one. All right, guys. Now I like to close out this show with one of two things. Number one, you got to put this up here. I'm thinking about putting him on a shirt. I think that would be awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna close this out with a segment that we have called, and then there's this. Huh? Okay, the Washington football team has they basically have floated the idea out that this may be their permanent name. I'm kind of okay with that. But what I really hope is that this does not become a trend. I don't want to start seeing Cleveland United and then other people come out with, Los Angeles Football Club. I don't want to start this trend. You know what? This is different than soccer. It's different. This is our game. This is you've got teams. You got the Bengals. You've got the Jets. You've got the Buccaneers. You've got, it's cool. I want those team names. I don't want that to stop. Now, while I kind of like it, I have to admit, for Washington, I do kind of like it. I like the fact, I like the numbers on the helmets. I like the whole vibe. I like the whole feel. But really, do I want every team to start doing that? I don't know. I don't want to start seeing everybody with, Los Angeles United. I don't want to start seeing that. So, guys, I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Those of you who are left, those of you who made comments, Bucks Times 12, Tim Witherspoon, Misador, Philip Schwegler. All of you guys, I really appreciate it. Dude, thank you for coming on. Matt, thank you for coming on. Steven, thank you for coming on our show. Eric, thank you. Christopher Cole, thank you for the comments. All of you guys in there, I'm not going to get to all of you, and I'm sorry about that. Jim Stevens, Glenn Moore. You guys, I do read the comments. Sometimes they get brought up. Danny Cruz, sometimes they do not. Mike DeRoche popped his head into chat very briefly. Teresa Baxter. I appreciate you guys. Solomon Battles. You guys, it means a lot to me. And when you guys make comments, please come in here and talk. Be a part of the chat. Okay, when you're watching the show, be a part of the chat. Because when you're a part of the chat, it helps our show. It helps us get the word out. It helps our ratings on Facebook and YouTube and all of that. It helps us get out there the more activity there is. So I want to hear from you guys. Please hit the like button or the share button. Please make sure that you help us out by getting involved that way. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for being part of Live from the Cheap Seats. And we will be back on Tuesday night at 9:30 for What's Cooking in the South. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. Thank you so much and have a great